Howdy guys, in today's video we're going to be looking at hotspots for our CAD feature, and this will be for FabriCAM software. But before that, let's have a quick intro first. So today's video can be found on softwaretraining.co.za. We make short and easy to watch problem solving videos, and we also have daily updates. Otherwise, we head into the program here. Now, like I mentioned, today's video we're going to be looking at hotspots. This is mostly for positioning and working with other shapes. Now I'm going to just quickly add a rectangle here. Let's maybe make about 400 by 400. Say okay, and then go single position and just place it on the 0, 0 for X and Y. So now by default, that is the way positioning works. So we're going to select the shape. Say we go 200. I'm going to position it again. Just leave all of the zeros, say okay, and then it'll add it to the center of our canvas where we've positioned it. Now what you can do is you can use hotspots, so it works relevant or relative to another shape or hotspot. So for instance, if I click a circle, we go 200 again. Follow the same process, click single positioning. Then on each one of these corners, there is a little hotspot. It will only be available if you actually have clicked one of the positioning options. If I zoom in here, you can see I get this little red dot. If you don't see it, you might have to zoom in, but like I said, this is only going to be available if you actually use the process. So if I exit out of this, let's say I go circle 200 like we just did, you'll see nothing appears if I hover here. As soon as I click this one, now over there's a hotspot. Now what this hotspot's going to do is, if I click at this bottom left and I leave everything 0 like we did before and say okay, it is going to use that as the new origin point. So instead of using your world canvas where this is 0, it's going to now base it around that point, which is very handy if you need to have another shape relevant to another shape. Instead of then calculating on your canvas, you can just simply hit it on a hotspot and then add it next to that. So let's say we go cube, we go 400 by 400. Then let me just do this. I'm going to put it to lower left. Otherwise, it's going to do what happened here. So let's try that again. 400, 400. Say single positioning. Go to the bottom here. Select this hotspot. And now what I'm going to do is I just want to add a bit of a space on the X. I'm going to go with 10 space, say okay. And there you can see we've got exactly 10 space between that. And now you can imagine if I want to add another one, I can do the same process. And I know it's 10 spacing, 10 spacing. So instead of having to calculate the individual cube and then the spacing, we can simply just use a hotspot, add it to that. Now you can obviously do the same thing. Let's say I want to do this. We go 400 by 400 again. Go single positioning, click on this one, top corner this time, and then let's make it 10 sideways and 10 up. Say okay, and there we go. We've got a cube on top of that, nicely aligned. And yeah, there's other reasons why you could also use hotspots, but for in general, what you need to know is that it aligns it to your shape or relative to the hotspot you used. It's a very handy tool. We're going to be running through a few practicals just so you can put it to test, so you really try foundation it. And so when you have to use it, you actually understand why you're using it. But yeah, otherwise, in the meanwhile, if we head here to softwaretraining.co.za, you guys will notice we've got a variety of different softwares we do cover. And you can also isolate your search on the top right. If you do not, however, find the training videos you're looking for, just simply go here, request a training video, fill in the mini form, and then we'll do our best to try and make that for you. But otherwise, thanks guys for watching, and cheers.